Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's two ways you can give me your answers. Number one, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number two, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news, what would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you. So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners, just like you, make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 181, and I am so glad that you are here today because we are talking about how you do not have to be salesy when it comes to selling your products and services or programs or digital products or whatever they are. You do not have to be salesy. I'm telling you now, a lot of you tell me that you don't want to be salesy. And I'm like, well, you don't have to be salesy. Today, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the 2-step system for not being salesy. If you are new here, I'm so glad that you found this podcast. Each week, I provide valuable tips and strategies for starting and building a business, doing what you love, whether you want to offer a product, a service, digital products, programs, workshops, whatever it is, you are in the right place. I'm so glad you're here. Make sure you get plugged in. If you are new, I want to welcome you. First of all, go to my private Facebook group and get in. All you have to do is scroll down right now in the show notes. If you're an Apple Podcast, Spotify, whatever player, scroll down. There's some text down below. You'll see it in the notes, and it'll have a link to my Facebook group. Click it. It's called Women Starting Businesses, Doing What We Love. It's a free Facebook group. Now you have community that you get to be a part of other women that are starting businesses too. And you can ask all those questions that you feel, insecure about asking other people. You can ask in this group because everybody is in the same boat. Everybody's starting this business, right? And so make sure you get in the group. You're going to have to answer 3 questions. When you click the link, it's going to take you over. You're going to answer the 3 questions. And then I'm going to let you in the group and you'll be a part of it. Yay. Also, if you're new, I've got some free goodies for you. You have to check those out below. There's a 16-step checklist for starting your business. Everyone tells me they love this and they literally work through every step. So it's super handy, super valuable, super awesome. Grab it. And then if you're kind of in the idea stage and you're sitting there going, I just don't even know what my purpose would be. What type of business am I even meant to start? Do you know I have a guide for you? Because I was stuck in the same boat before I started this business. And so now I compiled everything I used to try to figure out what type of business I should start. Well, I shouldn't say everything I used. I put in some of the stuff in the Ikigai guide because I did use Ikigai. I do have a best business idea workshop that I put in there, all my validation tools and everything that I use. So you'll have to check both of those out. But anyways, make sure you get the Ikigai guide if you're new and all that. And I'm just so glad you're here. And if you've been listening, well, thank you all so much to my loyal fans. Y'all, this podcast has been getting ranked in random countries that I didn't know listened to me. And I shouldn't call you all random countries. Y'all are amazing countries, but I didn't expect it. I always see, United States, Canada, and in Venezuela. I'd been in the top 5 for a little while there. Crazy. Uganda. Y'all, this is nuts.
Everybody's getting started. You know this, right? So many people are starting their businesses, whether you're in Venezuela, United States, whether you're in Uganda, it doesn't matter. Everybody's in the same boat, trying to start from the beginning, right? And get the courage to do this. So whatever country you're listening to this podcast from, I want to welcome you. I want to say thank you to all my loyal listeners. Y'all are the best, leaving the best reviews and sweetest DMs and comments and emails and all that. And I'm just so grateful for you having the courage to pursue this dream of yours. Okay, that's it. On to the episode. Well, hello, everybody. How are you? I hope y'all are having a great day. Isn't it just amazing to be alive and breathe and see the beautiful earth and everything around us? Y'all, we are so blessed. We are all so blessed, and we get to pursue our dream. We get to pursue our passions. We get to make a difference in this world. So hallelujah, everybody celebrate. Today is a great day. I don't care what's going on in your life. I want you to stop for a minute today and be grateful and realize how fortunate you are. You are so fortunate, so blessed that you get to have the freedom to turn your God-given gifts into a business. So everybody smile and be happy. I am tonight. I'm recording this late at night. I usually don't do that. I'm kind of a little bit on fire right now. I'm like so excited to be here and recording this podcast. You'll know I love this. I love this time with you because I get to speak to you personally, right in your ear, and give you some motivation and tell you can do this and tell you that you're amazing. Okay, so today we're talking about the fact that you do not have to be salesy when it comes to your business. I think so. And I'm cracking up because so many new business owners, I talk to coaching clients, I talk to grow getters, and they're like, I'm just scared. Like, I don't want to be weird. Like, I don't want to be salesy. And I'm just crack up because you never have to be. Good news. Another thing to be grateful for today. Say it to yourself. I do not have to be salesy. Repeat after me. I do not have to be salesy. You do not have to be salesy. And there's two easy ways to not be salesy. And we're going to go into those in just a minute. But first, I want to share with you why some of you get caught in this trap where you think you're going to have to hard sell somebody. Like you're going to have to talk them into it. You're like, nobody's going to buy my stuff. I'm not good at sales. This is what you'll tell me. I'm not good at sales. How am I going to convince these people to buy my products or services, right? That's what you're thinking. You're like, how am I going to do this? I've never been in sales. A lot of you say you've never been in business. Maybe you hadn't even been in the business world. You've been a nurse. You've been a teacher. You've done something totally different and you haven't been in this. A lot of you though have. You've had some previous career where you in the business world or whatever. But the truth is you do not have to ever be salesy. Let's go through what's probably wrong if you're saying that. If you are feeling like you have to convince people to buy your stuff or that you are going to have to make some grand effort to tell people about your stuff and make them buy, then something is massively wrong. It really is. It's wrong. And I'm telling you that today. And this is going to actually give you so much relief because you're going to be like, oh, I didn't think about that. That's why I thought I had to be salesy. Okay, so let's go through these right now. The first one is, let me start out by saying that the main reason why, and here, get ready, drum roll please, you think you have to be salesy, spoiler alert, is you're not confident in what you're saying or doing or selling. You have a lack of confidence. That's really what this comes down to when you say that. When you think, I don't want to be salesy, you're already thinking I have to be salesy and you don't want to be because you lack confidence. And here's the things that y'all lack confidence in. Number one, you lack confidence that people will even like it. I mean, let's just say it. That's what you're afraid of. You're afraid people are not going to like your stuff. When I started this business and I decided to start coaching people and I got my first coaching client and I remember it vividly have y'all heard this before? That when I was on a walk, I happened to look at my phone. I was probably listening to a podcast because I always listen to podcasts or audiobooks. And I was listening and I happened to check my email and I saw an order come through for my first coaching client. I'm never going to speak her name because I don't ever want her to know, because that was between me and God that finally somebody bought my coaching. And when I was coaching her, I was scared the whole time. Like, she's not going to like it. She's going to think this was a waste of money. And of course she didn't. She was super sweet and was so gracious and so thankful that somebody was here to help her when she needed help, right? So I think that's what we're all afraid of in the very beginning. And I can lump myself into that too, because I was scared people were not going to like my service at all. It was so much easier when I sold a product that somebody else made, okay? Because for years and years and years and years, I sold products that other people made that I thought were absolutely amazing and cute. And I had no problem selling them. I didn't make them. I just thought they were cute and I picked them out. And I'm like, this is the cutest bag I've ever seen. This is the cutest chevron scarf, chevron bag, earrings, whatever I had. I thought it was the cutest thing ever. I wouldn't have been selling it. Right. So that was easy. It was harder when you have a service-based business or you create something yourself. I think when you create something yourself, you're offering a service, you're creating some kit, you're putting together some special candle. When you are actually making it, you're more self-conscious about what other people think. Am I right? Okay. So that's what I see. So again, y'all, it's a lack of confidence. Number one, you think people don't like it. Number two, you are weird about your pricing. Are you weird about your pricing today? That's why you think you have to sell people, because you don't feel confident in your pricing. It's either too high or too low. I mean, really? Do you not feel good about your pricing? I mean, that causes problems, pricing issues. Okay. If you're in Grow Getters or Just Getting Started group and you feel like a lack of confidence in your pricing, make sure you post about it in the group and I can help you take the drama out of it. Or if you want coaching on this, I've had to get coaching on pricing before. Y'all, I've been in other groups where I had to I need a one-on-one with a coach for 15 minutes to talk about my pricing, because I'm having mind drama. This was a while back. I'm a lot better now, but I have had moments, yes, of a sudden, when I'm creating something new, oh my gosh, what am I pricing this at? Because it's not like wholesale products or something where you double the price, something like that. You have to just come up with a price and you want to be logical and you want to be fair and you don't want to underprice, you don't want to overprice. So it's this whole thing. Okay. But pricing will make you have a lack of confidence. If you don't like your pricing, and that's when you feel like you have to be salesy because you have to be overselling it. Okay. Okay. Another way that it's evident that you're not confident and you have to be salesy is that you are not in alignment with what you're selling. I mean, I should have said that one first. You're not in alignment with what you're selling. You don't really believe in it. You're like, does this work? Is this good? Is this fun? Is this pretty? Does it smell good? I don't know. I don't know if I really care about this product that I'm selling. I don't know if I really am in this for the right reasons. I've had that with coaching clients. They just don't know. Is this what they should really be doing? They're not feeling really passionate about it. I feel blessed that right now I'm all in. I love what I offer. I love my programs. I love one-on-one coaching. I love all of it. And I feel totally aligned with what I'm offering and the people I'm helping and all that good stuff, right? But you have to ask yourself, if you are feeling like you have to go out and try to sell this to people, is it because you're not in alignment with the product or service? And if you aren't, you need to kind of go back to the drawing board and either go back to my best business idea workshop or go back to the very beginning to that Ikigai guide that I mentioned, okay? Another thing that is proof that, you're not confident in your offer is that you don't have the right words to say. When you don't have the right words and you fumble over them, you're not going to feel confident and you're going to think that you have to be salesy because you're going to be thinking about what words you have to use. It's like this chicken or the egg. You're going back and forth. You're like, I need the words. Okay, wait, I'm going to have to sell them, but I don't have the right words. And it goes in this big loop. Do you find yourself doing this? I know Grow Getters have said they fumble over their words and they're like, blah, 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 I don't know what to say when people ask me what I do and all that stuff. If you could get your wording together, you would feel more confident, then you wouldn't feel like you have to be salesy. Okay. Another thing is, this is a big one. You feel like you have to be salesy when you're in front of the wrong people, when you are in front of the wrong audience. Do y'all hear me? It's like if I'm selling some type of utensils or something for cooking and I'm in front of people who don't cook and don't like to cook and they prefer to eat out, they're single, it's almost cheaper for them to just eat out now. And what I'm saying is falling on deaf ears. I would have to really convince them to start cooking. That would be really hard. But how much easier would it be if I was in front of a group of people who absolutely love to cook and I was offering utensils for cooking? I mean, y'all, you don't have to be salesy when you're in front of your right people. You only feel like you have to come up with some amazing pitch when you're in front of people that you already know are not the right fit, okay?
That's when you start wondering, how do I do this without being salesy? So again, if this is you, if you have had those moments where you're like, I don't want to be salesy, but I know I got to go talk about this, or I'm going to get in front of these people, or I'm going to talk about it. Something is out of alignment. Something is out. You have to stop yourself when this happens. Something is out of alignment. It's that you're really not confident in what it is because it's new and maybe you haven't done it before. And that's okay because it will actually go away. It went away for me. But maybe in the very beginning, you just feel a little weird, a little self-conscious because you just produced it. And that's okay. I think that one can go away. Okay. But your pricing, a lot of drama can come from that. And then you feel like you have to be salesy if you've got it way overpriced and you feel like you've got to make up for the price because you know people are going to notice that the price is too high, or you feel like you've got to be salesy when it's too low and try to be overbearing and be like, y'all, this is the best deal ever, and like oversell it. And then that's kind of weird too. Do you know what I'm saying? It could be too that you're not in alignment with what you're selling in general. And maybe you need to kind of pivot and rethink what you're offering in your business. Okay. Also too, you need to have your wording together, because when you have it together, you do not have to be salesy. You already have your wording together. You're prepared. You're confident. You know what to say. It's all good. And also, if you are not in front of your right people, you are going to feel like you have to be salesy to overcome that, because now you feel like you do have to convince people that don't really want your stuff. I'm telling you now, everyone listen, stop what you're doing. The hardest sale you will ever make is when you try to convince somebody to want something they do not want. Let me say that again. The hardest sale you will ever make is the one where you have to work extra hard to convince somebody who doesn't really want your stuff. You're not in the business of convincing people to switch their whole life and want your stuff, usually, unless maybe there is some major change, like maybe you're helping people recover from some type of addiction. I can understand that, but most of you aren't. Most of your stuff is fun stuff and people already want it. You're just not in front of the right people. Because if you could get in front of the right people who you know would love this, like when I sold monogram gifts, anyone who was from the South was obsessed with it. Then I would get some New York and California customers and all that. But I'm telling you, my customers were in Texas, Arkansas, Alabama, all these southern states, South Carolina, North Carolina, loved their monogram gifts. And we knew that. And it was great because we knew those kind of people loved it, right? I did do ads for a little while when I had one of my boutiques, and we were like, people in the South, let's just go straight there because we already know they're our clients, right? So you want to sell to people and be in front of people who already love your stuff. Okay. That's your job as a business owner. You didn't know that, but you have a job now to be in front of people that actually want your stuff. And when you get in Grow Getters, that's what we do. So when you come in there, you're going to learn that whole system and how to attract and build your own audience of people. Because you can't go, you can kind of try to tap into other people's audiences, but that's a whole longer conversation. You need to build your own audience that are fans of you. You've attracted them and they love your stuff so that they have a potential to buy. And you're not just speaking to the air. Okay. So what are the 2 steps to go from thinking that you have to be salesy? Like there's 2 main steps. I know I just kind of talked about some really fast, but here's the overall 2 steps that I want you to take away today. Number 1, in order to not be salesy, you have to be confident. How do you get confident? Number 1, you get in alignment with everything you're offering, with your pricing, with how you're offering it, your wording. You don't do anything that feels out of your comfort zone or it goes against your better judgment. That's what I say. If it goes against your better judgment, even if someone is telling you to do it, another coach you've heard, no, I should price this at $8,000. When in your mind, you're like, no, I really wanted this at $997, like $997. I didn't want it at $8,000. And they're like, no. And you're like, I just don't feel it right now. Like I'm not there yet. You can work your way up maybe later, but I say gain the confidence, because I've had people tell me that too with my business. And for whatever reason, I just felt like, no, I wanted to price things a certain way and I'm going to move toward my goals, right? But right away, I didn't feel comfortable. So I had to use my own brain and my own judgment. You have to do that too. So number 1, you get in alignment. That's how you gain confidence. That's how you never have to be salesy. Number 2, you get in front of your right people.
You don't put yourself in situations or agree to go do something or sell something or speak about something or whatever to people that are not going to be interested in your stuff. Okay, you get in front of your right audience. So again, get in alignment, get in front of your right audience. Alignment and audience. When you have those two things, you're going to feel confident. And when you're confident, you're simply sharing value. You're painting a vision for people. You're excited about it. You don't have to sell. You don't have to be salesy, icky, weird. You're not convincing people. You're sharing value in a way that gets them just as excited as you are about it. But it's got to be in front of your right people, because I'm sorry, if you're doing this in front of people who are not your right people, you're going to feel it. You're going to see the looks on their faces or feel the vibe or see your marketing not working. People won't be reaching out to you. Your social media posts won't get traction. Whatever you're doing, it won't get traction. That's why I'm really clear about what type of person I like to help in all my stuff. It's make money doing what you love. Yes, you can turn your passions and skills and God-given gifts into a business. I talk about this stuff. This stuff resonates with people. I have a lot of faith-based followers, right? It resonates with those people, and those people are happy to have. So I'm not saying I'm bragging or that I'm amazing and any of that. I'm just saying they're happy to find someone that is on the same page as them, because there's a lot of noise out there. So you have to be you. You have to be in alignment. Number one, alignment with every part of your business. What you're selling, what your pricing is, what your wording is, where you're selling it, how you're packaging it. Number two, you have to be in front of the right audience. Don't waste your time trying to convince people. Again, what did I say earlier? It's be the hardest sell you're ever going to have to try to make. You don't want that. You don't want to be salesy. You don't want to be icky, right? You told me that. You've all told me that. And I agree. You don't have to be. I'm freeing you today. You do not ever have to be if things are in alignment and you're in front of your right people. And ask yourself today, if I have questioned how I'm going to sell or convince or whatever people, then that means something is out of alignment. I challenge you today, if this is you, what is it? Dig deep, go on a walk, close your eyes and meditate, pray about it, whatever it is that you do, and give yourself time to think, what is feeling icky to me? What is feeling heavy? I talk about this all the time because y'all, this is why I have a career in coaching, because a lot of you have stuff that feels heavy and you don't know what to do. A lot of you get stuck in decisions, and that's what coaching is for too. I love to help people, get clarity on a direction that they should go. But a lot of you do feel heavy about something. Something's out of alignment. When it's not working, something is out of alignment. Okay? I know that sounds weird or woo-woo or whatever you want to call it, but it's true. You have to ask yourself, what is feeling weird? Okay? Because you should all be confident when you show up to talk about your business, whether you get to be a guest on a podcast, whether you get to speak, whether you have a vendor show, whether you go to someone's house, whether you meet somebody at a football game, whether you, whatever, at a restaurant, you should feel confident. You should have all these things lined up. And again, when you get in Grow Getters, we go through a lot of this because you have to have your right audience. And in order to have your right audience, you have to know how to attract your right audience. And that's what we do, because so many business owners like you overlook this part. You go from opening your business, yay, party, confetti, which I'm there, I'm for all of it, to, okay, blitz the world. I'm going to do social. I'm going to do everything. You have forgotten the step before that. And that's like, oh, wait, I don't have an audience. It's actually, potentially going to buy this stuff. I'm like talking to the wrong people, and they realize, oh, wait, I'm not even attracting the right people because I'm not saying the things that are in alignment with me. Are y'all hearing me on this? Okay, that's what happens to a lot of you. And you don't feel confident. And then you question, how am I going to do this? How am I selling? You start freaking out. Okay? Don't do that. You don't have to be salesy if everything's in alignment and you have your right audience. Okay? Okay. You guys are amazing. Y'all are awesome. If this is you and you're about to open your business or you've already opened and you want to start marketing to people that actually are potential buyers, make sure you get on the wait list for Grow Getters. I only open it certain times of the year. Okay? So get on the list. I do have some secret open sometimes where you can jump in before the next public open. And I'd love to have you come in between, right? Jump in.
Start going through all the modules, start working through how you're going to attract your right people and how you're going to build your audience so that then when you go out and market your way, whatever it is, social, podcasts, YouTube, speaking events, locally, printing flyers, whatever it is, it all works because you've already done the groundwork. Okay. I love you all. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. And if you're needing help with your business, whether you're in the idea stage, planning, starting, or growing, click the links down below. Get help. Don't waste any more time because you need to get this business going already. And let me tell you, it's going to be one of the most awesome things you ever do. Okay? That's it. Y'all have a great day. Bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.